Okay, our goal here is to conduct a literature review. That's our overall goal. Inside of that, we want to be able to find relevant articles, organize them, call upon them as needed, and then reference them successfully with our final product in our literature review or the literature review section of our paper. So, if we're staring at the Google screen, we have Google Scholar, okay? And we can search inside of Google Scholar. Now, if I'm just searching Google Scholar, any Starbucks or cafe, it's not going to necessarily give me access to the articles, right? So what I want to do is I want to go into the Portland State Library under Research Tools and Collections, and then under Find Books, Articles, and More, there's a little item hyperlink to Google Scholar. Now, because I'm on campus, it's automatically linking me through the library's portal. As well, if I just type in Scholar, if I'm outside the community, I can type in scholar.google.com.proxy.lib.pdx.edu. Now it's the same as if I was on campus. And what I can do is I can search for articles. So here I'm searching about functional communication training, and I can run that search. And now I can look on Google Scholar. There's a lot of good features. One of the features is it shows a number of citations. And so I can look at those citations. I can click on it. It'll go to that list of articles that cite this article by Carr and Durand. Now I know, because I know about functional communication training, this is a really important article. So if I click on it, it'll bring me to the kind of top portal for getting that. Now if I go back, if I don't like it, it shows that there's 11 different versions I can choose from. And you can see here I can find it at PSU on the right side, or there's an actual PDF. Okay, it looks like some of these aren't the actual article, so it's not perfect. And so I'm going to go back to that first one, and here I am. Now, I've found Google Scholar. I know how to get to the portal for Google Scholar through the library. How do I use it? Well, I've now identified my article, so that's success. I can get that PDF. If I click on it, it brings me to the PDF, and it looks like this is asking me to purchase it. That being said, when I go back to Google Scholar, if it doesn't automatically give it to me, I can do this Find It at PSU. Take me back through the library portal, and will let me find this, in this case, PubMed's database where it has it available. So now I have that. I can go to the full text complete article there. My challenge now is, how do I save this? How do I organize it? How am I going to pull up that citation? This is where Zotero comes in. Now, I have Zotero installed as Zotero standalone. You can also add it in to Firefox and other browsers. But basically, I go to zotero.org. Here it is. And then I can go download now. And it'll ask, do I want the plugin for Firefox? If you use Firefox, that works pretty well. That's where this tool started. I prefer Zotero standalone because then I can use it with various browsers, and especially Chrome is the one I use most often. And so you download this, you install it, and then you will have this software. You can use it on its own, or you can set up an account where you have a Zotero online account that will sync your files, your Zotero files, on Zotero's servers. That's cool. So what do I do with Zotero? We learned how to get it, how we use it. Well, you have a library, and you can set up folders in that library. I'm going to set up a folder called Functional Communication Training. I have that folder right here, it's empty. And now I remember I was searching. I had this article from Carr and Duran, this seminal article from 1985. If I have the browser extension and Zotero standalone installed, I get this little icon of an article, and it says Save to Zotero. When I click on it, it starts saving it. Now, if the full text PDF's available, it will save that as well. And I go back to Zotero, and here's that article, perfectly saved. Now I can click on this arrow and see the PDF. I can control click it and view that PDF, which is saved on my computer. Excuse me. Now, the real genius of this is, one, it saves the citation, so I kind of organizing these citations, but also I can click or right click or control click, create bibliography from item. And what that's going to do is copy to the clipboard a APA 6th edition citation. I copy that, and now I can go to, say, Word and do a new document, and I can paste it in, and it pastes it in. Now, if you want that DOI indicator, you can have it, you can delete it. And so let's just check this for accuracy. Last name, first initials, and Durand. There's the year with a period. Here's the article name, period, space. The journal's italicized. The issue is italicized, and then the overall journal volume is italicized, and then the issue is not. That looks correct, comma, page numbers. That looks good. That looks like a correct APA citation. You always want to check it with Zotero. Sometimes things get clipped depending on how the data is formatted. So we took and we brought it from Google Scholar to the article page. We grabbed the article by clicking on that icon for the article. It went into Zotero successfully, and we were able to export the citation by control click, create bibliography from item, and we got it in Word. So let's model it one more time. And so we'll go back to Google Scholar, and we'll type in functional communication training. And we'll look, one thing that you can do is you can look at the time frame. So we can say, what's the most recent article on this? Let's do since 2015. Oh, Durand and Moskowitz, Functional Communication Training, 30 Years of Treating Challenging Behavior. Topics in Early Childhood Special Education, 2015. Okay, we know that Durand's important because he was on that seminal paper with Carr. So we can go into that one, click on it, and we're waiting while it's going to that web page. It's a little bit slow. So while we're waiting, we'll look at some of the other articles. Sometimes we have to be patient. So while that's waiting, I'll show you one other thing. Go back to here, and we'll go to our Scholar search. When we see this highly cited article, we can click under that and see the list of citations. And then we can, again, sort by year inside of that. And so that's a quick skill. I'm going to try this one again because it wasn't working. I can also click over here, taking an awful long time. Well, let's find something else. So we can go since 2012, and here's meta-analytic review of functional communication training across mode of communication, age, and disability. That looks pretty good. So we can click on that. We can wait, and once it's popped up, we can check it. It looks like it's a pretty good article. We can do that same process. Click on that icon up here. It starts saving it. It's getting the full text. And we can go back to Zotero, and we see it's there. And now we can do that same process. Control click, create bibliography from items. Click OK, and we'll just delete that one and paste them both in. And if we want those DOI indicators, we can have them, or we can delete them out. We can check this citation as well. Looks like the authors are good, the year, the article name, the journals italicized, the volumes italicized, and then the issue is not. That looks right. And the page number, good. Looks like Zotero was successful. And so were we. So we learned a little bit how to obtain Zotero by going to the website, downloading Zotero standalone. You can install the browser extension so you get that nice button up in your address bar. We looked at how to go to the library website through PDX and get to Google Scholar through the library. So we log in and take advantage, as I misclick, and take advantage of the library's proxy access. If we're outside of the library, we can type in the scholar.google.com.proxy.lib.pdx.edu, and I believe it takes you to that through the library link if you're outside of the university. So that's it. Google Scholar, Zotero. Hope that's helpful, and looking forward to sharing.